Hey, everybody, this is Patty. Welcome to the witching hour. Yes, the hour of the day when the veil is thin and magic happens, whatever time of day it is. We have a wonderful guest for you today. He is an internationally recognized psychic medium, astrologer, an award winning author, spiritual teacher, and he's been helping people find healing, clarity, and direct connection with spirit for a long, long time. And best of all, he is a dear friend of mine. Welcome, John Cappello. Thank you, John.
Well, thank you, Patty. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm excited to be here and I'm looking forward to our show.
Me too. We used to see each other much more. We met through there was an organization, it was beautiful, called American Federation of Certified Psychics and Mediums, nonprofit, not for profit, where you really had to be tested,
Yeah.
because the founder of it, Maximilian de Lafayette, thought if any business need a regulating, it was ours. Doctors have them, lawyers have them, secretaries. But sadly, he took ill. I'm not even sure if he's with us. I'm thinking he's not. Um, that we are not, but we are still those that are certified. We tested for this. But for
Yes.
anybody who doesn't know who you are, tell us a little bit about you, your kind of origin story. How did you get to this amazing space you're at now?
Well, thank you. I'm a psychic medium and I've been doing this work since 1992, quite a while. And I started shortly after my father passed away. And we used to see him in his spirit form in one of his buildings. And so we investigated it and I had some psychics come over and I liked them and they liked me and they invited me to take some classes and I did and I went to the top of the class. I didn't expect it. Uh, so I didn't do much for several years and the first 11 years that I did my work, I only worked in the dark. I only did circles or gatherings in the dark, and we'd draw, 40, 60 people, and I'd give every one of them an accurate reading. And so I was really pleased about that. But things changed, and a lot of people have entered our field, and they are good. And so there's only so many pieces that to the pie, and lots of people are in it. And that's one reason why I met you, Patty, because I wanted to be among the elite. And you are certainly that. And so I was very fortunate to have passed your tests, and and so I'm delighted to be amongst your caliber of talent. So
And
thank you very
you're
much.
welcome. We are delighted to have you. And again, of equal or better talent. It's been a while again since we've worked together, but we've done a few things together and it's pretty great. You with me, like side by side, tag teaming a thing. It's amazing. You are an amazing medium. Truly, it is.
Well,
Your
thank
connection is great. We work very differently, but very complementary. But also you're very much an astrologer. I can't get political, but I remember the first time you said who was going to win president. So I'm like, you're wrong. This can't be. And like, nope, everything. So like, no, even where you live, nope, can't. And you are right. Okay, astrology.
astrology.
R-
So astrology has always been my second love. My first love is, of course, my psychic and mediumship ability. But astrology has always fascinated me, and I always look to the stars to kind of keep me centered. Because the universe has its way of doing things and teaching us lessons, and it also has us look at those lessons again after certain cycles. For instance, with Jupiter, it's 12 years. And with Saturn, it's 29 and a half years. But with Saturn, there's that 7 year aspect of it that affects your sun or will affect your natal Saturn. And then, of course, you look at the houses of your chart and you look at the transits. And so many things are going on with in astrology, and it's just fascinating. It's a lifetime of learning, and it's always fun to talk to another astrologer because you can banter and you go, well, what about this? What about that? What about this planet? Or what do you think about that retrograde? Or stuff like
Right.
that. And so my favorite planet is Saturn because it's so telling. It helps you um, determine what's going on with the structures of your life because Saturn is all about structure and discipline and it wherever it is, it's affecting that area of your chart or that area of your life. And it's good to pay attention to it because what I found is that if you don't pay attention to the universe has its way of jolting you and making you make changes if you're not willing to do it. So that's why I really like astrology. I can talk on and on about it, and every astrologer has their own favorites. Every astrologer has their own um, um, way of looking at things. For me, I always like to look at Saturn, and I like to see Saturn's placement in someone's chart, and I can usually tell them a lot about what's going on and what they can expect in the future, especially if they're not listening. So, if they're not listening to the universe, then watch out because the universe has its way of jolting you. So,
Hitting you on the head, so to speak, hitting on the head. So that's
yes.
great. You work with clients, you work like people, just as I do. How do you combine your psychic medium world and your astrology? Do they go hand in hand? Is there a conflict there? Are you going back and forth? How does that work?
Well, there's the universe. You'll find for me, all of the disciplines that I work with complement one another. Um, I mainly work with psychometry or clairtangency when I'm one on one with a client, and that means I hold an object. I don't have to, but when you hold an object and you're using clairtangency, you pick up the imprints that are on the object. And of course, clairtangency for me is nuanced. It's nuanced not just by holding an object; it's also by walking into a room and just knowing that maybe there was an argument there or a murder or something. So because there's an imprint that's left there, and then a lot of times you pick up sound imprints. And when you pick up a sound imprint, that's another form of clairtangency because it's kind of a physical experience. So I use that, and then I generally ask someone what birth sign they are, because there's the psychic reading, and then you have your mediumship reading. The psychic reading is only about the energy, about the client, about the person
Mhm.
that is there. Mediumship, for me, mediumship is a presence beyond your personal space. Okay. It's not necessarily just a spirit or someone on the other side. You can also read someone's husband who's alive. You can read someone other than someone who has crossed over into the spirit world. And so that's why I say a presence beyond your personal space because it's not about you. It's about something else, another entity, whether it be a someone who's crossed over, an ET, an angel, or another type of guide. And so all of them need to be recognized, and all of them can be read. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that is beautiful. And I love that you said clairtangency because we hear about the clairs, all the clairaudience, clairsentience, clairgustance, but rarely, if ever, do you hear clairtangency. That's not either common one talked about or used.
Well, it is one of the major clairs, and then but it's nuanced. For instance, all of the clairs are nuanced. For instance, for me, clairsentience. I mean, clairsentience is nuanced. Clairvoyance is nuanced. For instance, there are 12 different types of clairvoyance. You see.
Really? 12 different kinds just of clairvoyance?
That's of clairvoyance. You have seeing the past, seeing the present, seeing a future. Remote viewing is a form of clairvoyance. Uh, dreams, dreams are another form of clairvoyance. You have deja vu, which is another form of clairvoyance. You see, so there's different types of clairvoyance, and there's different types of clairsentience. You have the clairtangency is kind of an offshoot of clairsentience from my perspective because so much is feeling. For instance, a first impression is a nuance of clairsentience. Can be a nuance of it, and so that's why I like to break things up because a lot of times when I'm teaching, people say, "Well, I can do this and this and this, but I can't do what she does." And the reason why is because she's stronger in that area. That person's stronger. It doesn't mean that your gifts aren't valuable or important. It just means that you may be stronger in another area of clairvoyance or clairsentience or something. So that's the way I like to look at it because I've tried to value everyone's gifts. Everyone has them, and it's just a matter of working with them and developing them, you know? And I also say that we have 3 types of senses. We have our physical senses, we have our psychic senses, and then we have our remote psychic senses, you see? And the reason why I say that is because, of course, our physical senses are everything that's simply around us. Our psychic senses are everything that's in our personal space. And then our remote psychic senses are anything that has a barrier, anything that's different, that's in another place. For instance, seeing something in Russia or seeing something in Europe, that's remote. But it's not just remote viewing, because we also have remote feelings. Because so many times people say, "Oh, I just felt when my Uncle Jack got sick in New York," and they're in California, So there are other types of psychic abilities that we haven't, that we don't discuss a lot. And the remote psychic senses are a set of senses that we don't talk a lot about as a group. So, so I can talk on and on about it, but that's just it's my opinion, and that's from my study. So I appreciate you letting me do it.
Now, both of us are teachers. We both teach. Do you think anybody can learn this or develop this mediumship ability?
Yes. You see, mediumship is yeah, all of these things are natural, and I have what I call psychic tests. Okay, so for instance, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not psychic. Oh, I don't believe in this stuff." But all you really have to do is get real close to someone. Have you ever gotten real close to someone and felt like they violated your personal space?
Yeah.
That's one of your psychic fields. That psychic field is from my perspective related to your root chakra, and the reason why is because it's related to your sense of security. You see,
Wow.
and and that is part of that psychic field. And they say we have at least 7 layers of psychic fields, different fields, and they're related from my perspective, like I say, to the root, then to the sacral, then to the solar plexus, and then to the heart, and then to the throat, the third eye, and then to the crown. You see,
Good
so
job. Yeah.
chakra, and we can spread out our psychic fields, and we gather information. You see, there are 2 forms of psychic energy: masculine and feminine. And the reason why, yeah, that the evidence of that is you can read people. The reason why you read people is because they are emitting energy, which is masculine, pushing out, and you're reading it with the feminine energy with your reception. You see, we talk mostly about the feminine energy, but the male psychic energy is what we use to send healing, to send thoughts, and to project emotions. So we send energy to people, you see, and we receive that energy. Empaths are sponges, aren't they? They're sponges. They receive so much energy. Well, they've got to learn to protect themselves. But also empaths can send energy as well. You see, they can send energy. And you have hybrid psychic senses too, like telepathy. Telepathy, you receive thoughts and you send thoughts, you see. So that's the way I look at it. And that's why I say I try to be a little bit of a technician. And I feel like we all have these abilities. We all have these talents, and we just don't look at it that way. We don't look at things the way that I'm doing. I'm doing it. I guess maybe it's just looking at things from a linear perspective. But we need to study psychic ability. For me, one of the healthiest things you can do is learn to be psychic. And the reason why is it's a journey of self discovery. You learn about yourself. What could be better about that? You learn about your feelings, you learn about your visions, you learn to trust yourself, you see. As you trust yourself, you get power. You empower yourself. Isn't that right? And you're all about empowerment. That's the main focus of your work is
Completely. Yes. Sorry, I muted myself for a second because I had a barky dachshund. Just putting those in. Yeah. Yeah, no, that is great. Now, okay, so we are this conduit and we can learn to do this. But we have to be fairly clean vessels. When you're working with people, or do you have like a daily practice or a regular practice to keep yourself clear and accurate in this crazy world? We know this world's filled with chaos right now and it's all sorts of things.
well, it's all about being centered. One of the things about being a psychic can sometimes be isolating. I don't know if you have found that to be true.
Oh yeah.
Right. But we kind of isolate ourselves because we are sponges of energy. And I can't help you unless my psychic field is out there and gathering information, from the universe. And so I do isolate myself. I make sure I get plenty of rest, and that way I am clear for other people. If my mind is cluttered too much, then it can affect the reading. But the wonderful thing about psychic ability is that it's always on. It's always on. Even if you're sick, you can still do psychic work because it's on. It's just a matter of paying attention. And that's the thing that people don't realize, that when they develop their psychic abilities, it's about paying attention. It's paying attention with your psychic senses, not just your physical senses. And your psychic senses validate your physical senses, because a lot of times you'll walk into a certain situation and it looks normal, but it doesn't feel normal.
Right. So in the mundane world, isn't that what somebody would call your intuition or your gut feeling on things?
but that's
Taking it out of our spirituality world.
but that's psychic, because your psychic field, your energy field, is creating that gut feeling.
Yeah.
That's not a physical thing. That's a psychic thing. You know, the greatest expression of psychic ability is inspiration.
Mm.
You know, and everything in our entire world is based in the human existence is about inspiration. Everything that we have was inspired. Everything that we have invented is inspired. And that's one of the things that gets me when a scientist comes and says, "Oh, well, what you do isn't scientific." Well, what you do is psychic, because it's inspiration. You had to be inspired to do something. You had to be inspired to say, let me try this. Let me try that. So everything in the human existence, as far as invention, as far as getting things pushing society on, comes from our psychic ability, which is from the divine. So so
I, man,
tell me if I'm wrong.
no, you're 100% right. And again, that's what we're fighting because the modern world has got us not awake, not aware, not tapping into that. And we use the terms, I use them all like phoned in, automatic pilot, by road, asleep at the wheel. That's
Yeah.
turning it all off. It is, I agree 100%. We have to wake it up.
We have to
And
wait.
how do we get, again, how do we get that inspiration in this world that's trying to shut us down and numb us out with bells and whistles and sounds and things? Again, do you have, do you have a meditation process or a ritual process, or is it just the awareness itself?
Well, it's about meditating, but it's also about, like I say, paying attention, um, stepping back and recognizing what's going on with you, with me. I recognize I don't ignore what's happening with me. I don't ignore the visions I have here. I don't ignore my feelings. I notice when something drops into my head, that's clear cognizance, you know. I notice those things. It's all a matter of taking the time to pay attention, and pay attention to the signals that the universe is sending us. So you can be in the eye of the storm, and lots of things can be happening all around you, and you can be clear as a bell and as centered as you need to be, as long as you are paying attention, and as long as you are not allowing that energy to control you. You stay in control of that energy. So, so it's you look at the Buddhist monks, you look at people like that, they're very centered, very psychic,
Mhm.
and they're able to tune into to the real world around them because they're able to pay attention or recognize what's the signals that are around them. So as far as the ritual is concerned, like I say, don't put too much on your plate. You know, we have a tendency to put too much on our plate. A lot of times, I don't plan to do more than 3 to 4 things, major things in a day, because I find that if I do too many things in a day, then I'm off balance. So I don't want to be off balance. So part of it is creating a structure for myself. Another thing is when you're developing your psychic abilities, you meditate and you create what I call an inventory of like feelings or inventory of images, an inventory of sounds, things like that, tastes and smells, so that you recognize them when they come.
That's good. I call that language, learning your own psychic language, your own intuitive language. So
Or yeah.
it, that's brilliant. So, um, yeah, that is, and I agree full-heartedly that this is where we have to be awake, and this is where we all need to that inspiration. This is a story I've told before, so I won't, but my local elementary school was horrible. Their reading and writing scores. We brought in art and creative and inspiration classes, and their math and writing skills went up. That easy. Didn't change their other teachers. We need that inspiration. So
Absolutely.
now let's go on to things that are inspiring and good. You are quite the prolific author. Tell us a little bit some of the books that you have out.
Well, I have 10 books out. Uh, I, uh, my metaphysical books are about psychic development and grief. And I haven't written my mediumship book yet. I hope to. But I have a couple of new children's books out. One of them is I like to eat pizza a lot. It's about Finn and Angelo, the pizza making angel.
I
And then I have another one that I did around Halloween, about the Halloween walk and about how the kids had perils along in the neighborhood and wound up around angels, and the angels helped keep them from being scared. So then I have the cat with the white mustache, who's also an angel. And one of the reasons why I'm right about angels and children is because I want children not to be afraid of their experiences with the other side. I want them to learn to um, be open to possibilities, and I want them to just always be aware that we are just not in this physical plane. We are. We have. There's more. There's more to the human experience, more to the soul. And that's why my first book was Open the Mind, Exercise the Soul, because that's what psychic ability does. It uses the soul's energy to capture information from beyond the physical. Now, a lot of people say that we're in metaphysics. Well, metaphysics is the study of existence beyond the physical. But what psychic ability does and mediumship does, mediumship and psychic ability validates that there is existence beyond the physical. And the way that we know that is by validation by our clients. When our clients say, yes, that's correct. And I know you do a lot of with the paranormal. Well, every time you get a signal from the other side, from an entity on the other side, that validates existence beyond the physical, which is validates metaphysics.
Right. I agree. Because again, I've talked about this before. I think people who are interested in the paranormal, a lot of people, because they don't really want spirituality or religion, but they have this fear and they want to know they'll be okay if we all get, blown up by the aliens tomorrow. So they want to go on a ghost hunt and know, and then they discover that it's real, and then they may backdoor into a belief system that helps support them and helps them navigate. I think it's a religion for people who don't want religion.
Well, it. Whatever you want to call that is fine. But seeing an apparition, for instance, seeing an apparition is another form of clairvoyance.
Yeah.
Mediumship is another form of clairvoyance. And I'm going to take it one step further. You may not have heard this, but when we do an astral projection, people can sense us. And when they sense us, we are a presence beyond their personal space. So when we take a walk out of our body, we can be part of mediumship.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly with that. So let's talk a little bit about astral projection.
Okay.
Do you think that people do that? And agree with you. I had one client in Singapore and one in Australia. They were able to communicate. Well, one was literally in a coma because one was astral projecting, and too long of a story for now, but it's amazing. So what are your thoughts on that? Do we all do that? Or is this something you also learn to do, or?
Well, we certainly can learn to do it, but we often do it in dreams. We often visit relatives in our dreams, and we often can go to either other dimensions. We can go into our future, and we can go into our past. You see, a lot of times we go into our past so that we can deal with issues that we might not have been able to emotionally handle at the time, and we can review that issue at that time. And as an adult, like if it's a childhood issue, go back and revisit that in an astral projection type of situation where we feel safe. You see, so astral projection is also nuanced, different types.
Yeah.
And some people say that there is a silver cord that is unbreakable when you go do an astral projection. Other people don't notice it at all. But if you want to practice astral projection, and it's almost like lucid dreams too. Let's say you wake up at 6:30 in the morning every morning. Well, try to wake up at 6:15 or try to wake up at 6 o'clock when you're in that in between state, because that way you are still in the dream state, but you're also you're also semi conscious, and so you can kind of lift yourself out of the body. You can go through that paralysis stage, and lift yourself up and move out. You know, you should do it with a mentor. I mean, I wouldn't do it on your own because so many people get scared
Yeah.
when they astral project. They get scared. They go, oh my gosh, what's that? I'm scared. I don't want to leave my body. We will eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
But if we learn to trust ourselves and trust our soul's energy, then we can lift ourselves out, and we can move about and explore the world and visit other people.
So if somebody's interested, again, like, a lot of my listeners are new to the spiritual world and the magical world and things. How does somebody get started? Other than, of course, talk to you, talk to me, study, learn things. How is there like a change of their awareness, change of what's again, it could be overwhelming for somebody. You go to the store and you look at the books, you go to Amazon, you go to Barnes and Noble, you go to your local metaphysical store. How do you
Well,
think somebody
the best way to get started is to create your own personal psychic profile.
Mm,
Okay. You learn the language of the psychic. I feel is clairsentience. I see is clairvoyance. I hear is clairaudience, and so on and so forth. Use those terms. So get a piece of paper, and of course, I got my book. Open the mind, heal the heart, and open the mind. It's these soul exercises for the open mind. I guess I, s- I gave away my copy, my desktop copy, but it's on Amazon. And create your own psychic profile. That's where you get started because if you have 100 psychic experiences, or you think you've had 100 different psychic experiences, try to write down, even if it's just 10. Three of them may be feeling, two of them may be clairvoyance, one of them might be clairaudience, so on and so forth. Then figure your percentages. Then you say most people are mostly clairsentient. Okay, that's number one. And that gives you a benchmark. It shows you a little bit about your um, innate abilities. Then you might want to do a meditation just to work on your clairsentience. And what you want to do is you want to meditate and stretch yourself. For instance, how does it feel to be around a baby boy? Okay. How does it feel to be around a police lady? Okay. Those are vastly different feelings. How does it feel to be at a birthday party? How does it feel to be at a funeral? You know, so you see yourself stretching yourself, and then you work on other exercises to develop your clairvoyance and your clairsentient, your clairaudience, and so on and so forth. Because there are exercises for those that you can do, and but what happens is you'll notice that your strongest psychic sense will be a door opener for your other senses.
mm,
You see, so you may first have a feeling, and then all of a sudden you'll get a vision, or you'll hear something, and so you that's how you get started. You get started by learning a little bit about the language of a psychic, learn a little bit about the different clairs, and then test yourself. Do the psychic profile. And once you've done the psychic profile and you can identify who you are, then that's a launch pad for developing not only your strongest sense, but other senses. You see, does that make sense?
complete sense. I think that's fabulous. And again, it's a great place to start. And I love the taking inventory on yourself of
Yes.
seeing what's what. So, okay, so if everybody's going to be intrigued with you as I am now, and any technical difficulties that we've had in here. So you guys don't get to see any because my fabulous producer Rob, but we've had a couple. Tell people where they can find you, where they again where they can find your books, where they can get your website, where they can learn, where you can get a session with you, anything you're teaching, and any events you having coming up.
Well, they can always reach me at my website, johncappello.com. It's two P's and two L's. So you can book a reading there. You can go to Amazon and find me. I'm all over the place. I have meditations there. I have my 10 books. And so I'm easy to find. And so, you can look at my event schedule. I've had to reduce it here lately, but I hope to be increasing it in the short term, in the near future. And I usually travel Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Kansas. So I'm not international like you yet. So
We'll get there. Well, I'm less international this year than in past
oh,
years because
okay.
it's kind of a hassle these days. But no, you were touring long before I was, and I was always impressed with that. Going to this shop, going to this. So you guys like him, follow him. And go see him in person if you can. Otherwise, right here in the little screen.
That's
So,
right. Right.
yeah. So, any last words for everybody or thoughts for what this new year we're stepping into, 2026, whatever craziness is there? Any
Well, the thing is, Pluto is giving a lot of people lots of problems. There's right now a little problems with Mars, Pluto, but there's other things out there. But Pluto is just now getting into Aquarius, and so look for great things to happen, but some ugly things because Pluto is not the nicest planet. Um, we're looking at amazing breakthroughs in medical and of course technology, and AI is coming, and we're going to have everybody's going to probably have their own robot in the near future, and flying cars and everything. I hope I live to see it.
Me too.
uh, but the bad part is that we may wind up with weapons that are unbelievably destructive. um, and it just is, it's kind of sad. The guillotine was uh, was invented during the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, I believe, and so
Great. Great.
it was an ugly little thing. But so it's an exciting world that we live in. Be flexible, um, be aware of yourself, and just be good to everyone. Be good to people.
Wise words indeed. Thank you, John Cappello. You guys, so johncappello.com, and you're on social media. Is it under your name? Where are you on social
Yeah.
media?
John Cappello Psychics, my Facebook handle, and or psychic medium John Cappello on Instagram. So
You guys
you
like
can,
him, follow him, get his books, and go see him. I
yes,
can't wait to see you next time I'm in Texas because you still do things at Miracles of Joy or now, which is Miracles Within. I know
yes,
you do some events there for all our Texas friends, which we have a lot.
yes, yes. So yeah, please let me know when you're coming and we'll get together.
Right. That sounds good. And for all my paranormal friends out there, I stayed with him and his lovely wife for years, not knowing we were a minute and a half from Goatman's Bridge.
Yeah.
That's for all my paranormal people. Like, you live
Smart.
around the corner from Goatman's Bridge? That's great. Everybody else going, what are you talking about? That's the paranormal thing. Anyway, thank you, John, so
Okay.
much for coming on the show. You guys, you're going to love this guy. So like him, follow him, and read a book.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.